Okay, so here's the deal. I've got Airtable on my left hand side, and I've got Quo, which was previously known as OpenPhone, on my right hand side. And so the goal is for every time I add a contact in Airtable, it's going to be automatically added into Quo. So let's check it out. So over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a phone number. That's just a random phone number. And then over here by first name, I'm going to say Tristan Pox. Awesome. And as you can see, the contact has been added. And now what's going to happen if we go into Quo, then this contact is automatically going to be added. Perfect. And as you can see, the contact has been automatically added. There we go. It says Tristan Pox. And as you can see, it says Tristan Pox, which is the contact I added from Airtable, and as well as the phone number, as well as the creator and everything else that has to do with that specific contact. I built this using Zapier, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can build it yourself. Hi, my name is Peter from Connex Digital. We are an automations and integrations company that specializes in Airtable as well as Quo automations and integrations. If you're looking for a service partner and someone to actually build your automations and integrations, then you're more than welcome to book a free discovery call with us. If you want more information, please check the links down below in the description of this video. Without further ado, let me show you how you can build this Airtable and Quo automation. Alright, it's time to get into it. First things first though, the digital automation platform that we'll be using to build this automation workflow is Zapier. Now, if you don't have a Zapier account, not to worry. You can check the link down below in the description, and you can use that link in order to sign up for a free account. And when you have a free account, then you can actually build this automation yourself. And so this automation consists of two steps. The first step is an Airtable new or updated record, which is the trigger action. And the second step is a Quo create or update a contact. So this automation just consists of two actions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top right hand side. I'm going to edit this draft so that I can show you guys the step-by-step of what you need to consider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this step over here, and let's get into it. And so the first trigger action is in Airtable. And so essentially what are we doing? What we're doing is that we want the automation to be triggered as soon as we add a record within Airtable. Once we add a record within Airtable, then this is when the workflow is going to get started. Now, if you look on the right hand side over here, it shows a few details with regards to this automation and this trigger. You can see that the base is simple CRM, the table is contacts, and then here where it says last modified time column, this says last modified. So it's just going to search and it's going to look for the records that have been updated in a simple table, as well as the table which is found within the base. So that is what's happening in this trigger action. And as soon as that's done, then it's going to go and proceed to the next action. Now the next action is this one, which is create or update contact. And so the contact that we are getting and the record we are getting from Airtable is then going to be transferred into Quo. That's what we're trying to do. And there's a couple of things here that we need to consider. There's the ID, there's the first name, there's the last name, and there's also other different information that you can dynamically map into these specific fields. So things like the company, the job title, phone numbers, email addresses. So there's a lot of things that you can play around with. So I actually just want to point your attention to here where it says ID. So here by the question mark or this exclamation mark, you just click on there, and it shows some information with regards to this specific field. It says here, unique ID of the contact from the source. When set, OpenPhone will attempt to update an existing contact that matches this ID. If not set, a new contact will be created every time. So this is actually called a unique identifier. And it's such a nice feature because if there is already an existing ID that exists within Quo, then it's just going to update that specific content or that specific record. But if the unique identifier is different, then it's actually essentially going to then create a new contact and record within Quo. So this unique ID feature is such a great feature to have because it really streamlines the process of searching whether you have a record within Quo or not. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit here, and then I'm going to show you guys that these different things over here, you don't manually input these details. What you need to do is that you need to dynamically map these details within these specific fields. So over here, where do we get this record ID? Well, that's very simple. We click on this icon over here, and you can see that there's a variety of things. So essentially, where are we getting these fields? Well, we're getting these outputs from the trigger action, which is called new or updated record in Airtable. This is the first action that I showed you in the workflow. And you can see that there's just a variety of fields that already exist. And essentially, whatever we are getting as a record within Airtable will then be passed into this specific action. So here's the record ID over here, and we want the record ID to be mapped into this field over here as the ID in Quo. And so Quo then will then search whether this ID already exists in the platform or whether it doesn't exist. And then the same thing we do for the first name. The other thing that we do is also for the last name. It's also important to note that if you want to split the first name as well as the last name of a particular contact, then you can actually do that. It's possible within Zapier. But for this example, we didn't have to do that because the fields were in different places. So the first name was in a different place and the last name was in another place. And so there's no need to do that. But for future reference, if you find that the first name as well as the last name is in one field, you can split that by using formatting functionality. And that's about it. You can also populate this and also map it with different things, but that's essentially what you need to do within this step over here. And once you're done with that, the automation has been successfully completed and built. If you want us to actually build this automation for you, please be sure to reach out to us and you can book a free discovery call with us. If you want more information, please check the links down below in the description of this video. If you like this video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up and make sure that you comment down below and let us know what actually stood out for you. You can also check out, more videos that we have posted on this channel, and I'm sure it's going to be of value to you. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.